Hey everybody, this is Dustin, your RV specialist. So I'm out here looking at a Grand Design Solitude, and it's in here for a bunch of different stuff that we're getting ready to do to it. And you can see Terry's over here drilling holes in the lower molding. So something I want to show you is, here's basically your screw cover that wraps the whole distance of this coach with a corner cap. And then also there's a corner cap here. And then Terry, I forgot to tell you, it's on the paperwork. Can you take and drill some holes?
Yeah, I've seen that.
In both?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, as far as like these screws go, he's just pulled the screw cover down. That's what this is called, the screw cover. You can see the old sealant. You can also see where dirt and water was getting in. So let me spin this around a little bit more so you can see the dirt and water that was getting past the sealant. And so you've all seen, how this stuff is completely let loose. Well, what happens is the screws in here break off. So here's the factory screws. So just because you see a screw hole doesn't necessarily mean that it has to have one. You're actually going through still. Yeah, here's one of the ones that was broke off. So you're actually going through still, and you can see where it's a combination of rust and just vibration. So this thing here, I'm going to set that up there for you, Terry. Snapped off. Yeah. So here's another one that he's saying that was broke off in there. So basically these small screws, and these aren't stainless steel or any of that kind of fun stuff. They're just a regular old screw that's on the side of the coach. He added a much bigger screw and he put in a hex screw. So these screws that are broke off up in here, you are actually going through a real thin piece of fiberglass. So when you look up here, you see how thin that is? That's maybe as thick as, I don't know, maybe a quarter, right? I don't know if you can catch that or not. So you're actually drilling through this aluminum molding through a thin piece of fiberglass, and then you're drilling up through steel. So now keep in mind, I'm going to back the camera up here. So keep in mind, this thing is a monster. They all are. When you're going and you're traveling and you're going in and out of driveways, this whole cap is sitting here torquing and moving. Also the pin box, everything's jumping up and down like that. And so it's doing this, it's doing this, and it's doing all kinds of movements. Plus you got to deal with the hot and cold. So if your underneath is coming loose like that, which almost everyone we see is, they've basically put minimal screws in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe on the sides. It's okay to go back and add additional in, but it's at a point to where, this is just one of those things like brakes or tires or things that wear out. This is going to continue to happen over time. It's going to take a lot longer. So again, we're using a little bit better hardware, a little bit thicker. So it hopefully should last them a lot longer. Then Terry's going to go back and seal everything. He's also going to go ahead and depending upon the years, you'll see certain of these moldings will have a small little, like not even an 1/8 inch hole in there. And that's to let water drip and run out of it. So that same screw cover, which is right here, and what I want to talk about is the leg. So you see this side right here where there's what we refer to as the leg of the screw cover. This is capturing this, and that leg is to offset the thickness of the cap through the transition of the wall. So if you're not paying extra careful attention to this, and I don't know if I can catch it, but all of this stuff is basically unsealed. You can see the sideways view now. You see where the white is? All of this is completely unsealed. And then, whether the sealant peeled off, washed off, you can see where it's thicker right there, and then it gets thinner and thinner. Whether that peeled off, washed off, just naturally moved on its own and came loose, all of that sealant is disturbed. And so it will allow water to get back there. So when you're, washing it or you're having condensation drip in the morning and everything's running off the side edge right there, that water is going to run down through that track, come down here. If it doesn't have a point of escape, it's going to travel across and it's going to rust and rot all those screws. And then there's not really too much underneath this cover, so it will get back underneath there. We have had scenarios where a lot of water and dirt on some units have ran back down and built all kinds of, big old chunks of mud and dirt down in here. So you can go to our other videos to see those where we pull these whole frames off. And we pull these front nose transitions off all the time. We're pulling them off if somebody comes in and there's some kind of, we'll refer to as a frame flex issue. We're pulling them off because people hit them underneath with their truck and tailgates. We pull them off and replace them because people have got too hot from their exhaust and burnt them. you know, or they've picked up some kind of road debris and it threw it right through it. So, you know, if you ever have damage underneath there, you can go on other pictures and posts and videos and articles. We've added diamond plate down there and all kinds of fun stuff to kind of conceal damage without having to replace the whole material. The other thing too is this material that's underneath here, you can see how close it is on this side. I can just barely fit my finger here, and it's really loose. So he's going to go ahead and add a screw in here to catch that side. Now the opposite side of this is way wider, right? So when they were fitting it, you see how much difference is over here? I can fit, you know, darn near 3 fingers in, or 2.5, right, compared to the other side. So this side's off and this side's all completely loose as well. And so what we're worried about is it catching the wind and pulling it down and yanking it and causing these other screws to come loose. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna take a small little bracket, paint it black. He's gonna screw the bracket to the metal, and then he's gonna put a hole in the material out here. And then he's gonna line the bracket up with a hole through the bracket itself, and then use like a tri-fold rivet to, you know, just basically to capture this. Again, there's nothing really here. This thing's pretty thin. It's as thin as like a 50-cent piece, or not even that. Basically, it's about as thin as a quarter. So hopefully that'll hold and protect that. Oh, and then there's a bracket. Yeah, so like I said, basically he's gonna use a bracket with a tri-fold rivet. So if you haven't seen a tri-fold rivet, this is a tri-fold rivet. So it's gonna flare out in 3 different directions.
My paint
Trim black. Yeah, so like I said, he basically is gonna, he's gonna drill a hole through the material. He's gonna install this rivet through that material. Oops, I can't do it one-handed. Uh-oh, I just lost it there. Trying to fish it out. So he's gonna basically take this guy here, drill that hole through that panel, end up, you know, it'll be the thickness of the material in between this area, but that gives him some kind of structure to kind of keep it from moving around. And then he'll put a screw in there. Like I said, because that distance is so crazy wide, it's basically going to attach like this up inside there, but it's going to be hidden up underneath and then painted black to match. So hopefully that'll be a temporary fix, or, you know, I mean, it may last forever, but it'll help it to keep it from catching side winds and crosswinds from getting it stored up. And then, like I said, Terry's added extra screws up here. And so make sure that you're, you know,
4 in there.
Yeah, you might want to go back and add one over here too. See how that one looks like it might be broken as well? And you might want to put another one up in here too. See how that one's totally backed out? So maybe add one more here and one more there. Just for CYA. All right, everybody. Well, this is Dustin and Terry, RV Specialist. We're going to be doing some other videos on this unit as well. So we're going to end up taking off the side radiuses all the way down. There's a ton of wrinkles and distortion in the roof material on the back end of this, and same thing on the other side. So when the guys get started on that, they're gonna do that inside. He's just starting on some of the stuff outside till they get the bays cleared out, but we're gonna be adding a secondary molding across the top of the coach to keep the wind from ever coming loose and tearing off the roof. We're gonna go back and reseal the whole roof. His sides are completely separated right now currently, and so we got a bunch of pictures. We actually, when the owner came in, there was a bunch of different stuff that we looked at, so he's going to be doing stuff in stages. I provided him at the time around 160 pictures of just, you know, all kinds of normal fit and finish things. So, you know, all the side out toppers all need some love. Everything needs to be lubed. There's a bunch of things that need to have added screws and replace screws. Things that are just, you know, over time where it's coming loose. And so if you're wanting to know what model number this is, and I guess I should have did that in the beginning, this is a ST310GK, and I believe it's a 2019, or maybe it's a 20. I don't remember offhand. Let's see. Oops, it's actually a 2022. So, oops, and I dropped your bracket there, Terry. So it's a 2022. So technically it's 4+ years old. I believe the build date on it, was September of 21. So it's basically 5 years old, and then some. So, all right, well, stay tuned for more. Again, this is Dustin and Terry, your RV Specialist, and we will be giving you some more updates as we do this. And this is just a, videos that we do for courtesy and then kind of help educate you and let you know what's going on. So, all right, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.